Hey, I'm Ryan Reynolds. At Mint Mobile, we like to do the opposite of what Big Wireless does. They charge you a lot, we charge you a little. So naturally, when they announced they'd be raising their prices due to inflation, we decided to deflate our prices due to not hating you. That's right. We're cutting the price of Mint Unlimited from $30 a month to just $15 a month. Give it a try at mintmobile.com/switch.
$45 up front for 3 months plus taxes and fees. Promo rate for new customers for limited time. Unlimited more than 40 gigabytes per month. Slows full terms at mintmobile.com.
On today's Smart 7, a last-minute miracle sees England in quarter-finals, shock win for French far-right and much more. It's Monday 1st of July, it's Wrong Trousers Day and happy birthday Missy Elliott.
The Smart 7. It's news, but not the news.
Channel 4's undercover reporting turned into a huge scandal this weekend after secret recordings showed a Reform UK activist canvassing in Clacton last week use a racial slur to refer to PM Rishi Sunak. Friday saw Rishi respond to the comment and he seemed genuinely upset by what he'd heard.
My two daughters have to see and hear Reform people who campaign for Nigel Farage calling me an effing. It hurts and it makes me angry, and I think he has some questions to answer.
The report revealed a whole host of racist and homophobic remarks from Reform personnel and indeed from other Reform candidates. But Reform UK leader Nigel Farage, who's campaigning to get elected as Clacton's MP this week, has been trying to brush the whole thing off. Speaking to Sky News on Sunday, he claimed that the canvasser was an actor who was trying to set him up. He also spoke to his own track record of trying to push far-right groups like the BNP out of politics.
When I ran UKIP for all those years, when I set the Brexit Party up, didn't allow anybody to even be a member who'd been part of one of those groups.
With the Tories and Reform distracted, Sir Keir Starmer's been busy trying to secure more votes ahead of Thursday's general election. Polls continue to show a steady Labour lead, and speaking at an event in London this weekend, the Labour leader pledged to improve economic stability, introduce tougher spending rules and tackle NHS waiting lists from day one.
If you vote Labour on Thursday, we promise the work of change begins immediately to make our country better off.
Lib Dem leader Sir Ed Davey was also out and about this weekend drumming up support. As usual, he was busy doing various activities, but he also had a serious message that he's fully focused on delivering what voters want.
I want to fight a positive campaign about how we rescue our NHS, make sure we get the investment in health and care, make sure we sort out the cost of living problems that people are really suffering under, and deal with things like the environmental issues like sewage. I think people will get fed up in this campaign when there's all these diversions and nastiness. They want to know what you're going to do for them, and that's what Liberal Democrats are going to say.
US President Joe Biden's poor performance in last week's presidential debate was the talk of the town this weekend. It reopened the discussion as to whether the 81-year-old is mentally fit enough to continue serving as president, with the man himself acknowledging that he's not as sharp as he used to be. It's also given Republican nominee Donald Trump the chance to get away with a series of lies at the debate. American historian Alan Leichtman, who's correctly predicted 9 of the last 10 election results using his 13-key system, says debates don't actually matter that much.
Republicans have no principles. Democrats have no spine. Republicans are sticking with a blatant liar who lied for every 1 minute and 20 seconds of that debate. And by the way, lies stick. Debate performances can be overcome. And now the first sign of adversity, the spineless Democrats want to throw under the bus their own incumbent president.
Sunday saw hundreds of thousands of voters head to the polls for the first round of France's parliamentary elections. It comes after French President Emmanuel Macron finally bowed to the pressure from the far right and called a snap election after his party's disastrous performance in the EU polls last month. But the decision quickly backfired as the far-right National Rally Party topped the first round standings with an estimated third of the vote and looks poised to win a majority in the lower house of Parliament for the first time. Voters head back to the polls on Friday for a second round voting, but National Rally leader Marine Le Pen was already celebrating.
Fellow citizens, democracy has spoken, and the French people have decided to put the Rassemblement National and its allies at the head of the vote, and have basically wiped out the Macron bloc.
Still to come on today's Smart 7, England get a Euro miracle and the BBC's Ros Atkins creates a storm at Glasgow. Right after this.
Hey, I'm Ryan Reynolds. At Mint Mobile, we like to do the opposite of what Big Wireless does. They charge you a lot, we charge you a little. So naturally, when they announced they'd be raising their prices due to inflation, we decided to deflate our prices due to not hating you. That's right. We're cutting the price of Mint Unlimited from $30 a month to just $15 a month. Give it a try at mintmobile.com/switch.
$45 up front for 3 months plus taxes and fees. Promo rate for new customers for limited time. Unlimited more than 40 gigabytes per month. Slows full terms at mintmobile.com.
Welcome back.
Mercedes driver George Russell surprised everyone on Sunday when he achieved his maiden victory of the 2024 series and first in 2 years at the Austrian Grand Prix. Unfortunately for George, his win was quickly overshadowed by the drama at the Euros, where England were taking on Slovakia in the round of 16. It looked as though England were heading home after Slovakia took an early lead, with the Three Lions failing to respond for most of the game. But Jude Bellingham's equaliser in the dying minutes of stoppage time gave England hope, and captain Harry Kane capitalised on the momentum, adding a second in the opening minute of extra time to push England through to the quarter-final. Harry says he's impressed by his teammates' miracle goal.
One of the best in our country's history, I reckon. Look, what a player he is. You know, he works so hard for the team. He shows what he can do. In the big moments, he steps up, and that's what we need. We need everyone to step up in moments, and he's done that today.
This weekend saw a glorious Glastonbury as tens of thousands flocked to Worthy Farm for this year's festival. Coldplay made history by becoming the first act to ever headline the festival 5 times, and their set was full of surprises, including an appearance from Back to the Future star Michael J. Fox, who joined the band on stage to perform Fix You. But the biggest surprise of the weekend was BBC fact-checker and part-time DJ Ros Atkins, whose drum and bass remix of the BBC News theme took the festival by storm. He explains how it all came together.
Well, when it was announced that I was going to be playing Stonebridge, quite a few people on social media sent me messages basically saying, why don't you have a look at the BBC News theme? And I thought, okay, maybe. And I sent a message to David Lowe, composed it. He said, I'm up. Then I called up Chris today and said, would you be interested? And he said, let's do it. And the three of us have been working on this remix, and Chris just did a brilliant job. So to play that at the end of the set was a big thrill.
The world of beauty and the world of true crime clash in Austin Peters' new beauty revenge thriller, Skincare. It stars Elizabeth Banks as Hope Goldman, a celebrity esthetician whose reputation looks to be under threat when a rival skincare guru opens a boutique across the street. The film follows Hope as she enlists the help of her friend Jordan to investigate who is trying to sabotage her business. The trailer's just dropped and it hits cinemas on August 16th.
Reputation is everything in this business. Beauty is a cutthroat business.
Business is a cutthroat business.
Were you drunk last night? Excuse me?
The email.
What email? I'm reaching out to all my clients and my friends to ask for help. I am badly in debt, potentially losing my business. All I want is a hard day. I was hacked! This doesn't even sound like me.
You've been listening to The Smart 7. We'll be back tomorrow at 7 a.m. Hit that follow button and have a great day. Give us 7 minutes, we'll give you the world.
How about Captain Crunch's Crunch Berries with breakfast?
Whoa, Dad, we're on
Crunch Island. It's Jean Lefoot.
And he stole our crunch.
Quick, the zip line.
He's getting away.
Throw our last Crunch Berry. No! No one steals my Crunch Berries.
I think you mean my Crunch Berries. Choose your own Crunch venture with Captain Crunch.